Certain species tend to get pigeonholed as to how anglers fish for them. Trout are a good example. Ask stream and river anglers how they fish for trout, and they'll extol up the fine art of fly fishing, matching lines, leaders, and dainty insect patterns to the current hatch. It's all about keen observation, precision, and finesse. Until, of course, it isn't. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and certainly more than one way to catch trout, particularly when you take off on a Canadian adventure to a legendary destination where the fish are big, mean, plentiful, and more than willing to strike artificial lures with abandon. And where savage strikes replace timid bites when the fish need to be triggered rather than finessed.
Look at that guy. Ooh. Back that off of here. He hit it like a freight train.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, it is. We saw several coming up off of this point, so we left them for a while and came back around. Today, Dave Sandin and I are on a real fishing adventure. You know, it's not too often when an average fisherman can go and be fishing on water that has the potential to break a world record.
And how do we know that? Because this is the exact water where the world record was set. What species are we fishing for? Stay tuned and find out.
Our angling adventure started about 7 hours ago when we left Baxter, Minnesota, our hometown, and headed north to Duluth. We followed the western shore of Lake Superior up into northwest Ontario. We passed through Thunder Bay until we got to Red Rock, Ontario. This little port town has access to some of the finest fishing in the country for all sorts of different fish. We are staying at Nipigon River Adventures, Quebec Lodge, and old Ray here is quite a nice guy and makes a mean bowl of spaghetti.
I've owned and operated Nipigon River Adventures since 2007, and we have a lodge here in Red Rock. It's called the Quebec Lodge, and it was built in 1937, and it was built by the pulp and paper company of the day, and it was for their executives and for their customers. And when the mill closed in 2006, I was lucky enough to purchase it in 2007. We operate with a number of adventures. Fishing is a big part of it, and we're proud to say that we're close to the home of the world record brook trout, which was caught in 1915 and it weighed 14.5 pounds. We also have other species here. There's lake trout, there's rainbow trout, there's salmon. We have access to walleye and northern and some bass. And all in all, it's a good variety, but our bragging rights are really the brook trout. In addition to the fishing, we've also expanded into another few adventures. That includes kayaking, sailing. We offer photography workshops. My tagline is we marry them, we bury them, we educate them, we entertain them, and we put them to bed at night.
Now that we got our bags unpacked and grabbed a bite to eat, we head down the road, but we gotta fill up before we hit the water. We will be in some pretty remote country, plan on no cell service, and not seeing many people in a full day of fishing, so safety is paramount. What's the price you put on safety? Well, when you're out on the water, there is no price tag, and one simple thing that you can use is seafoam. If you ever have any questionable gas, this stuff takes gas that would be like a B+ and turns it into an A+. This stuff is a lot of security for a little bit of money. All right, now we're getting there. A simple buzz down the lake, find some current, and voila. Yeah, that's a better fish. Yeah, that's a better one.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I gotta back off a second here, Dave. This is a... Yeah, this is a big fish. I'm gonna take it real easy because I don't want to, I want to see what this thing is. You can feel it move, you know, when you feel those shoulders thump. Dave and I came up and readjusted on this spot. These fish love current. And you can see how that current seam is right there. We just moved up on the top of this thing, posted up, and then we could just fan cast across that thing, and that's where this dude hit it. Oh yeah, it's a better one, Dave.
Oh yeah, nice.
Definitely a netter. You got it. You got a spot locked up there, buddy boy.
It's just running.
Okay. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, because I don't want to. I want to see what this thing is. You can feel it move. You know when you feel those shoulders thump. Dave and I came up and readjusted on this spot. These fish love current. And you can see how that current seam is right there. We just moved up on the top of this thing, posted up, and then we can just fan cast across that thing, and that's where this dude hit it. Oh yeah, it's a better one, Dave.
Oh yeah, nice.
Definitely a netter. You got it. You got a spot locked up there, buddy boy.
It's just running.
Okay. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boy, that's fun, man. These guys pull like a truck. They just do not let go. Maybe.
There you go.
Dave, can you get him?
Oh.
Hey. All right.
One of my better net jobs has been.
And this is what we're after, brook trout. And look at that guy's got a tag on there. We've got to clip that off or save the numbers. They want to report back on what these fish are doing in this body of water. And there are giants up here, man. Look how pretty those fish are. They are just gorgeous looking fish. We'll get her back in the water. Nice, on the back side, huh?
On the back side. There we go. Come on, baby.
Are you gonna need my assistance?
Oh, you might need a net on this one. Let's
Okie
see.
dokie. I'm just the type of guy that can help you with that situation. Ooh. Ooh, look at the pretty colors on this one here.
That's a pretty orange
Oh,
color.
you take it easy, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Barely. I just have to blow off of this thing. I can't.
He's a swirler.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'll try to bring him into you. There we go. Ooh, there's a
There
pretty
we go. All
There
right.
we go.
There you go.
Just look how beautiful that fish is. Hard to hold on
They're
to.
squirmy, aren't they?
Every color in the rainbow there. Look at pinks and blues, yellows, golds, oranges. What beautiful fish.
There he is. Come on, right at boat side. Yep, out over 12 foot of water here. Here we go. Whoop. Here we go. Yeah, you can net this guy. Came up and hit it just like a smallmouth would. Ooh, there he is. Come on, right at boat side. Yep, out over 12 foot of water here. Here we go. Whoop. Here we go. Yeah, you can net this guy. came up and hit it just like a smallmouth would.
They're tough, aren't they?
You ready, Dave?
I'm ready. He's
Okay.
not ready.
Get him, Dave. Okay, Dave. All right.
Nice one, Daniel.
Doozy. That is a beautiful fish, man. We'll get this guy out of the net and I'll show him to you. Okay. Look at that beautiful fish, man. That fish came up and hit just like a smallmouth bass. And if you're coming up into Northwest Ontario, these fish are really similar to smallmouth bass in the type of baits that they hit. I'll get them back and we'll show you what we're talking about. Like I said, those fish are really similar to smallmouth bass in the type of lures that they like to hit. If you're coming up here, one great bait that you always have to have is some type of jerk bait, like an X-Wrap like that. Another one is definitely have a spinner for sure. And then you need some type of jig. This happens to be a VMC with a soft bait, shad in color. They really prefer that. But it's pretty simple, the type of baits to catch giant brooks, or whether you call them brookies, specks, or coasters, they're all the same thing.
All the lures that Daniel mentioned are fairly lightweight lures that are fished on spinning gear. So we've got some EXO spinning rods here loaded with braided superline and braided Suffolk superline, and we have tied in a fluorocarbon leader on the end so we have a nice clear connection so we don't spook the fish with the dark line. But everything is lightweight casting, very much like if you were fishing for smallmouths. And in fact, we are trying to trigger some aggressive strikes by twitching and jerking our baits for these big fish. We have an interesting condition here. The Nipigon River is really a mighty river. I mean, it's got a lot of current most of the time, powerful. And the fish set up in really visible spots. You can see the current breaks, the front sides of little reefs out in the river. And you can say, there he is, I'm going to throw to him and you can catch him. We don't have that situation now. They're treating the lower end of the river for a few days with lampricide to kill lampreys, and they've shut the dams down and the current is not flowing at all. I mean, it's like slack water much of the time. And so we've had to adjust our patterns. And one thing we are doing, we test the river section, and if the fish aren't aggressively biting, we're dropping down into the wider lake sections and starting to fish some of these island and reef clusters in the wider sections of the lake where the fish aren't so dependent on current. They're just more likely to be roaming around, and they're not going to be sitting on one little boulder or something. These fish roam on and off, suspend, so we're doing lots of fan casting throughout the general area. And we are using aggressive triggering baits like X-Wraps to try to provoke some fish to come shooting up toward the surface and smack the lures. And so far it's been working pretty decent. So we're just going to keep at it for a while, at least until the current starts to flow again.
Whoop, there he is, another one. Yeah. Out in space out here, Dave. Look at that guy. Ooh. Back that off of here. He hit it like a freight train.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, it is. We saw several coming up off of this point, so we left them for a while and came back around.
That's a big one.
These fish move so much, they can be in, on structure, out. I'm just gonna take it real easy with them, Dave.
Oh boy.
Very gentle, he's barely hooked. I want to show you this fish because it is beautiful, and boy, this is a big one too. Oh, you see how big, he's barely hooked, Dave. Oh, come on, Junior.
We'll try to get him with the first scoop. Then.
Yeah, let's get him with the first scoop if we can. Boy, they are, whoa!
Yeah, we'll put you in the water.
Right when you think you get them done, boy, they just turn around and jet power out. There could be a whole school of them out here. Dave, Oh, come on, Junior.
We'll try to get him with the first scoop. Then.
Yeah, let's get him with the first scoop if we can. Boy, they are. Whoa!
You know, you in the water.
Right when you think you get them done, boy, they just turn around and jet power out. There could be a whole school of them out here. That's what's fun about these fish. Okay, Dave, get them. Nice.
Oh, nice fish.
Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That is fun, man. Holy cow. Holy cow. Look at that, just a bruiser, Dave. That's what you come up to Northwest Ontario for, giant brook trout. World-class brook trout fishing. We'll get her back in the water. There we go, baby. Man, that was a gas. Those fish are so similar to smallmouth. We talked about some of the baits and stuff like that that they like to hit, and some of the locations are similar to smallmouth too. Take a look at this.
The body of water we are fishing today has two different locational areas. One being the river or current environment, and two being the big downstream lake. Let's start with some lake structures to focus on. Like we said, they are a lot like smallies, so look for stuff you'd catch smallies on. Broken rock humps or fingers that stick out into the main lake often hold fish. Shallow weed bays with rock adjacent to them can hold schools of fish. Big island clusters often have a mixture of rock, wood, and weeds which attract bait fish and the brookies. Up in the river environment, current is king. If there's no flow, the bite can be tough. Those fish simply drop to the bottom and wait for the current to pick back up. You'll want to focus on neck-down areas that funnel flowing water into tight spaces, where these fish wait in ambush mode to attack. The common misconception with brook trout is that you have to use extremely light fly-type gear to finesse bites from these fish, and that is simply not the case with these fish in the Nipigon region.
Look at them on the surface. Oh, is that pretty? We've been fishing lake stuff, we've been fishing current. You fish everything. Do you want me to get on the troll, Dave, and you come to the back?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Look at that fish sharking. They love that. Everything loves the X-Wrap, don't they? Look at that thing just go, man. Look at that. God, that is pretty. Look at him pull, pull, pull. He's coming up.
Wrong fish in the current.
Dave, on pink.
Pink X-Wrap, yep. And obviously you can see that they started flushing a little water through the dam. They came back up and checked the river section and there was a little current, which means classic current patterns, current seams. We threw right into a visible current seam and boy, there it was. Okay, I'll try to ease them up.
Johnny on the spot here with the net.
I'll ease them upstream and let them come down to you. Here we go.
There we go, Dave. Oh, what a pretty one.
There we go. They're getting bigger, wow. Daniel.
Yeah.
Those are big brook trout, boy. This is one of the best places in the world, if not the best, to come and get them.
Nice one. Nice one. That was fun, boy. Right along that current seam there. Oh, this is a better fish, Dave. I think we are gonna need a net on this dude.
Okay. Especially in the current?
Yeah, yeah. He's got me in the current. Boy, they're extra tough when they're in the current.
Let me hit the spot lock here. Hold us in the current.
Yeah, he's a better one, Dave. Oop, I want to take it easy on him.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't know what he's... Oh, God. Boy, they just don't stop. Hang on a second, I got to get his head pointed to her. He must be fishing. Okay, one more time, Dave. Hey, get him, get him. Nice. Look at that, another beautiful, beautiful brook trout in Northwest Ontario. Man, this is some of the funnest fishing you'll ever have up here. It is just, it's fantastic. The scenery is beautiful, the fishing is beautiful. I mean, you cannot lose. It is so much fun. Look at how pretty those fish are. Go home, baby.
You know, the Bible continues to be a #1 seller year after year after year. Why do you think that is? Well, the answer is simple. It impacts so many people's lives in so many different ways. The Bible is filled with the things that we are all looking for. Things like joy. It talks about joy, peace, health, prosperity, you name it, and there's scriptures and direction that encourage you in these areas. It covers every subject of life in a positive way. And for so many of us, myself included, it has had a major impact on my life. It brings me great joy, peace, comfort, hope. All of these are good things, aren't they? Just stop and think about it. Joy, peace, comfort, hope, just to name a few. What astounds me is there are some people that really get mad at us when we talk about the Bible, and we're happy. This book brings us hope and joy and things like this that are excited and gives us direction, yet there's people that don't like that. Aren't these good things? Wouldn't you wish this for your neighbor? Anything like this is good, isn't it? I just don't understand why they'd get so mad at what God's word says to somebody like me, and I believe in it. And I get great joy out of it. I just don't get it. Hey, I had to share that with you. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. See you on the water.
Hey, I want to take a moment to thank you for watching. And if you really like what you see, we got a whole lot more. So check us out at any one of these online outlets.